How to prove that so-called Christians love the world, hate God, and hate followers of God. How to prove that? There are so many in the United States of America who claim they love the Lord. You can't claim you love the Lord. You can only love the Lord. It is not by a claim. It is by an action and a series of actions that follow. It's not with the mouth. Jesus said himself, Yeshua, what did he say? Your lips say you love me. Your heart is far from me. We are in a world that is really all about smoke and mirrors. Bumper stickers, tattoos, crosses around the neck, kippas on the head, shirts with slogans and logans, all kinds of things. And we've learned the vernacular, how to pose and prose and say the right words that are associated with the lexicon of a believer. But followers of the Lord, lovers of the Lord and his word, are not looking for a study with popcorn and donuts and marshmallows and a guitar around a bonfire at the beach. The real followers are far more substantive than that. It is not symbolism and altruism. It's actual real love with teeth and grit behind it. They're not occupied with distractions of philosophical, theological discussions. They're too busy living the love of a life that represents complete submission, obedience, and servitude to Father, not based on what they think they can get. However, any examination of these fake believers, these Pharisees, these polished people on the outside, just a cursory examination will reveal something very obvious. And there's so many things. Elon Musk goes around spreading his seed like a rapper in the ghetto. Baby mama, mama babies, all kinds of stuff all over the place. You glorify that man. You buy his cars. You say his name. Because as long as he's voting for someone you like, forget that. Yet you let a brother in the Lord go around putting his seed in all kinds of women without any matrimonial covenant. You'll castigate and burn him at the stake. But you glorify while you drive the Tesla. How many of you spend time with a brother in the Lord? You have no time for a brother in the Lord. You got plenty of time for a ball game. Secular sports that supports all kinds of craziness, not to mention that godless Disneyland that you believers love to take your children to. For hours and hours, you'll spend that money, but not to help a ministry, not to help a brother, not to contribute to God's work. Your Starbucks cups with a goddess on the cup, a feminist goddess. You ever research what that is? Of course not, because you don't care. You have no care, except the things that you really scrutinize when someone doesn't fit your church definition. Devils. Just like Jesus said in John chapter 8, your father is the devil. You act like him and you talk like him. You have his eyes, you have his lies, and you're murderous. But you're very forgiving of the people in your office, and the people of the world, and Disneyland, and the sirens of Starbucks. The siren, designed to kill men by luring them by lust. Interesting. No. The problem is so many of you are the same that you have nothing to really oppose you or compete with your lying belief of what you say you are, because all of the ones that are with you are all like you. You're in an echo chamber of deception and delusions. But it is enough, isn't it, for you? Because it isn't the Lord you want. It is the Lord you've made that you want. It is an idol that you've transmuted into something that fits your itching ears and your curious minds, but not your obedient hearts. Go ahead and buy your Apple phones from an organization started by a godless, drug-fused Steve Jobs, taken over by a homosexual, loving, queer man. But it makes no difference to all of you. The truth stings, but only to those who have not been numbed. Because if it's not stinging and cutting and burning through your conscience and your heart, you're not repenting. You're grinding your teeth and clenching your fists. Pick up your rocks. Next time you see me, stone me. After all, my name is Stephen. And as my namesake, I do suspect that as the first martyr, I'll be one of the last. You haters of God.